Hello guys, welcome back to the news. In a recent interview, Mr. Dayo Ajibola, a lawyer and political scientist, offered a stark assessment of the political dynamics in northern Nigeria, particularly regarding the prospect of Peter Obi and a potential political alliance with Obi-kwankwaso. Mr. Ajibola expressed skepticism about the possibility of swaying key northern political figures in favor of Peter Obi because, according to him, there is no way you can convince the northern power establishment that it is better for them to vote for Obi. And this comment underscores the significant challenges Obi might face in gaining support from influential northern political cycles. Further emphasizing the entrenched interest within the northern region, Ajibola suggested that these power blockers would prefer to retain the status quo rather than back an alternative alliance because the northern establishment, according to him, would rather wait for Tinubu's 4 years than go with, Obi and Kwankwaso's alliance. And this statement implies that the northern political elites may view President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration as a more palatable option compared to supporting a coalition involving Obi and Kwankwaso. Guys, everyone with their own analysis. But then Ajibola's analysis highlights the complex interplay of regional politics and entrenched interest in shaping Nigeria's political landscape. His comment suggests that despite potential alliances or strategic moves by opposition figures, the established power structures in the north may continue to exert significant influence over the country's potential direction. And this perspective offers insight into the challenges facing alternative political alignment in Nigeria, particularly those that seek to bridge regional divides. And as the country moves forward, the attitude and preference of key regional power brokers will likely continue to play a crucial role in shaping electoral outcome and political alliance. You see, Nigerian politics is embodied in a turn-by-turn rule, starting from Olusegun Obasanjo's rule to Jonathan's rule, to Yar'Adua's rule. Unfortunately, Yar'Adua passed on to the great beyond and Jonathan took over, and then to Buhari's rule, now to Tinubu's rule. And then he came to Tinubu's rule. Tinubu said it is his turn. It is his turn to rule. It's high time Nigeria snaps out of this turn-by-turn rule, because as long as we are embodied in this turn-by-turn rule, we'll continue to remain backwards. Yes, because of turn-by-turn rule, we'll find ourselves in this position despite other competent persons, but because some persons in some particular regions are focused on, oh, it is our turn. Now look at the mess Nigeria has been plunged into. But then everybody with their own option, everybody with their own option. Nigerian politicians with their divide and rule tactics, and Nigerians are the ones suffering it. Nigerians are always the ones suffering it. Some persons have deeper insights into, politics in this country. But then, what can we say? The North, we know, they are power drunken. They always want to, be at the helm of affairs. They want to be at the top position. They want to make sure they have their hold on top political positions in the country. Now, with Peter Obi and Kwankwaso's alliance, we don't really know what the agreement would be like, but that alliance has not been made. So nobody should start jumping into conclusions because they've not solidified their alliance. They've not concluded on this alliance. They are just having talks. So let's not jump into conclusions quickly that the North would rather wait for Tinubu 4 years to end so that they will rule. Yes, that is it. The North always wants to rule. Because to them, Yar'Adua did not complete his tenure, and Goodluck Jonathan took over. And yes, Buhari came into power, ruled for 8 years, but to them, they feel that they still have like extra 4 years because the South has ruled more than them. starting from Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan took over, and now Tinubu. So the next should be their turn, right? But with Obi and Kwankwaso's alliance, they may not have that slot of ruling until the next 8 years. Who knows? Pending their agreement or their arrangement. But that's by the way. That is by the way. But currently, we know that the North is not happy with this administration. The North is not happy. We saw during the protest. Aside the protest, Northern politicians, they are plotting. The likes of El-Rufai and the rest. In fact, they are just waiting for the perfect time to strike. And 2027, we are going to see a lot of Northern politicians that will come out and kick against this Tinubu's administration. If they really have one voice, if they come with one voice, they can, do away with Tinubu's administration. I'm talking about the core Northern leaders, not those that are compromised by the APC whatsoever. So that is just it. Well, if Obi and Kwankwaso's alliance should push through come 2027, we will see how the outcome will be like. But for now, I don't think these guys have concluded on their political alliance. And besides, Kwankwaso's stronghold is mostly in Kano. Yes, Kwankwaso has a very strong, strong, concrete stronghold in Kano. But then the likes of Atiku Abubakar, they are very well known in the north. But Kwankwaso is also a northern elder, statesman. He's very well known in the north. But I feel that there are some other persons aside Kwankwaso that the north will throw their weight behind. So let's watch how everything will play out. We shouldn't just jump into conclusions that the North would rather wait for Tinubu's 8 years than go with Kwankwaso's and Obi's alliance. Come 2027, there will be a lot of contenders running for the 2027 election. Most emphasis are currently on Obi and Kwankwaso because there are talks of a possible political alliance. But this same North are saying that they want Goodluck Jonathan to come and run again. These same Northern politicians are supporting Goodluck Jonathan's re-election. Some are even, canvassing that he should come and run again, like they did in 2023, when some Northern politicians were willing to purchase a nomination form for Goodluck Jonathan. But he said he doesn't want to run for any position. So come 2027, we don't know what their decision will be like. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comments section. Thank you.